increase in allowances and the sensitivity around the issue, particularly in light of the current financial problems the Council faces. It has been an extremely difficult situation for all members in dealing with this issue. It is recognised in law and right across the country in every council in the land that local authority members should be paid for the duties they undertake. The question is, how much? It would be completely wrong for councillors to set their own pay. That is why the law provides for an independent panel to recommend the level of pay. All parties on this council accept this is how members' allowances should be determined. All parties provided evidence to the panel last year during its extensive deliberations. If we accept it is not for councillors to set their own pay, if we accept it is for an independent panel to decide the level of pay, then we should accept the recommendation of the independent panel.
But you didn't in 2013.
Whether it has to increase or reduce. And in some years, the panel has reduced what we have been paid. The fact is, Mr Mayor, why have an independent panel at all if you're not prepared to let it do its job? The stark fact is that there is never the right time to decide on pay for councillors or MPs for that matter. There will always be a vocal minority who say we shouldn't be paid at all. Rochdale has ducked this issue for far too long. It has meant there has been no change in councillors' allowances for 8 years. In 2 years, they were actually reduced. The result has been that despite ever-increasing workloads and responsibilities, Rochdale's councillors are among the lowest paid in the whole country. We are the second lowest paid in Greater Manchester. And when you add up the hours spent by each and every one of us in this chamber, councillors are still paid substantially below the minimum wage. The independent panel has recognised this huge anomaly needs addressing. It has proposed an increase in the basic allowance to £10,451. It is subject to tax and national insurance payments, and the payment has been reduced by a third to take into account the voluntary aspect of part of our job, which, given the extraordinary time spent by members in attending council meetings, dealing with casework, holding surgeries, attending community meetings and events, dealing with the constant stream of emails and telephone calls, and so on, can anybody reasonably argue that around £140 a week after deductions is excessive?
Yes.
All councillors of all parties do this job because we want to serve the public. We all want to do our very best for our constituents and support our local communities. We certainly don't enter local politics to make our fortune. In fact, the reverse is true. How many councillors put their career on hold, have been overlooked for a promotion, been overlooked for that new job because they're a councillor? How many marriages have been broken under the burden of public duties? It's a fact, it exists. Mr Mayor, we do not ask for sympathy. We enjoy being councillors. Nor do we complain about the workload. We simply get on with the job. We are not greedy or self-serving, and we are certainly not, Councillor Kelly, in it for the money.
You are.
And for anyone to pretend somehow that rejecting this increase will solve all the financial problems of this authority, grappling with £16 million of cutbacks this year, another £15 million next year, is quite frankly living in cloud cuckoo land. The independent panel has now set the rate for the job. Our job, Mr Mayor, is now to get on with the job, working hard for our constituencies, improving our communities, taking our borough forward and making the difficult and hugely complex decisions in running a £500 million organisation. Little has been reported in the media, Mr Mayor, that the Council is actively examining with the Electoral Commission on ways to reduce the total number of councillors from 60 to 40, which will result in a significant saving far in excess of the cost of this increase. And of course, Mr Mayor, it is always a matter for individual councillors to make their own individual decisions whether or not to accept all, part or none of the increase. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Farnell. Moving on,